Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jasmine and I lost over 100 pounds naturally with no weight loss surgery, no appetite suppressants or none of those things. I changed what I eat. I have been vegan for 2.5 years and I love to weight lift. So I wanted to share with you guys my weight loss journey story and hopefully I can resonate with some of you guys. Hopefully I can motivate and inspire you guys, especially because we're going into 2025 and I really want to see you lose the weight and keep the weight off forever. Okay, so real quick, my heaviest weight was 340 pounds. I am 6'3", so I know a lot of you guys are like, oh wow, you don't look like you were 340 pounds. I'm very tall, okay? So because I'm tall, it just kind of has more room to spread. But yes, I was 340 pounds. And let me tell you guys, I was very, very, very miserable. I was an overweight child, overweight in middle school and elementary school. It was only a short period of time where I was healthy weight because I used to play basketball in high school and the first half of college. So like 4 years, I was able to lose a lot of weight and then keep it off because you're running up and down the court, so I was active during that time. But once I graduated college and stopped playing basketball, not only did I gain all the weight from high school or whatever, I got even bigger, okay? I would try to lose weight, gain it back, lose weight, gain it back, because I was just trying to lose enough weight to stay in a certain paired pants, like a certain size. Like I was a 16 and a 16 in women's, and so I was just trying to maintain that. And so I would lose the weight, get back down to the size 16, and then revert back to my old ways and gain all the weight back and then some. And I yo-yo dieted for years, for at least a decade. I actually decided I didn't want to be overweight anymore when I hit 30. I'm 34, so, you know, I, my whole 20s I was overweight and unhappy. Some of the biggest things that I noticed as I was getting closer and closer to finally like really trying to lock in on changing my lifestyle was I had high blood pressure. My blood pressure started to get elevated when I was like 26. It would sit at like 130 over 90. And so it wasn't anything like of too much concern back then. But like every year that I would go to the doctor for my physical or whatever, sorry, I'm trying to make sure the mic doesn't get covered up. Every time I would go back to the doctor for my physical, it would slowly get higher. My new average blood pressure reading was like 145 over 90. So at that point, it was high. They told me they wanted me to track it for a month and see what it would be, and then like if it stayed around that, like every day of tracking, they were gonna put me on blood pressure medicine. But I never went back because I didn't want to get on blood pressure medicine. Also, when I went for my physical the very last time before I decided to lose weight, I was pre-diabetic. I'm pretty sure it's your A1C has to be like 6. Mine was at like 5.5 or something like that. So I was really close to being a type 2 diabetic. On top of that, when I was playing basketball, I had 2 knee surgeries. So my left knee was always kind of wonky after those surgeries and never like got back to 100%. But as I gained more and more weight, my left knee started to hurt and ache a lot more, and I lost like a lot of range mobility with that leg. Like I couldn't bend it all the way. It would be sore all the time. I couldn't. It was just a lot, and because I relied more on my right knee because my left knee wasn't feeling as strong, my right knee started to suffer. So I was always having aches and pains in my knee. My lower back would start to hurt and stuff. And on top of that, I started noticing, I used to get my lashes done. This was when I was like 340 pounds. This is when I was like at my heaviest. I used to get my lashes done, and they have you lay on this table if you ever gotten your eyelashes done. And most of the time, you're probably going to fall asleep, right? Because you're just laying there with your eyes closed, waiting for them to be done for an hour, 2 hours, or whatever. And I started noticing, like, was having a hard time breathing on the table, and I would start to make this noise. And my lash tech, she would always like wake me up and be like, Jasmine, are you okay? Like, you sound like you're in pain or something. So it was just a lot going on. I was snoring heavily. I was breathing heavily, just sitting on the couch watching TV. I could no longer breathe through my nose anymore. Like I had to breathe through my mouth because it was just too much weight on me. And I didn't, like when I would breathe through my nose, I just didn't feel like I was getting enough oxygen to feel okay. So I had to start breathing through my mouth. So it was a lot of stuff going on. At this time, I'm like 28, 29. And I decided I didn't want to live like that anymore. it wasn't fun. And on top of that, like, yeah, I had started being a content creator. And so I was trying to embrace, being plus size and being okay with it or whatever. But also deep down inside, I personally didn't like certain things about my body. I didn't like how big my stomach was. I didn't like certain angles. I would try to hide my stomach at all costs. I would even start to wear those waist trainers just to like hold it all together just because I was so insecure with how big my stomach was. But I still had to make content. I still had to be on social and stuff. So I would just like hide the fact that I didn't like it. And I got tired of lying to myself. I just wasn't happy. I didn't have any energy. I wasn't feeling confident. And I was ready for a change. I was tired of doing simple things and like being so out of breath, like just walking up one flight of stairs. Like if the elevator in my apartment building was broken, I would be so pissed because that would require me to walk up a flight of stairs. Today I can walk up a flight of stairs no problem, but back then, like if I walked up one flight of stairs, like you guys, I was like done. Like I was so tired. It was just way too much weight for my body. So how did I transition? Like what made me really decide to lock in? So, okay, I had just sold my house. This was right after COVID, and the housing market was going crazy. So I got a good deal on my house. So I sold it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to start investing in myself and 10x my business. At this point, I'm working for myself. So I just wanted to like 10x my business. I recognize that I am the brand of my social media content. So I just really wanted to upgrade myself and, just be a better me. So I paid for personal training because I was ready to lose weight. And at first, like when I first started training with my trainer, I wasn't too sure because like within a couple of days, I was sore as hell. I was already ready to give up. It was just a lot for me. I was like, you know what? I don't think I can do this anymore. And it wasn't anything that he did. I still train with him today. Like he's a great trainer. I highly recommend him. But I'm just saying, like where I was back then, it was just so hard. And after like 3 weeks of trying my best, I kind of like ghosted him. Like he would text and be like, when do you want to hit the next session? And I would be like, I'll let you know. And I would just make up lies, like, because I have to do this, I have to do this. Like I was really about to bail on the whole thing. And he kind of like, he's not very pushy. So like when he gets the sense like you're not ready or you don't want to do it anymore, he kind of just like backs off. And so 2 weeks went by and he backed off. And then he texted me randomly because at this point I was like, okay, good, he's gone. Like, I'm going to just try to lose weight on my own. I'm not about to be doing what he got me doing. Like, I'm going to just get on the treadmill or get on the elliptical and just do what I do and lose the weight that way. And so 2 weeks had went by and he texted me and was like, hey, just checking on you, just trying to see if you wanted to get back in the gym. I'm really here to help you. And I don't know what it was about that particular text at that moment, but I just kind of like cried and I was like, why is it so hard? Like, I really do want to lose weight, but it's just so hard. I wasn't eating the stuff that he was telling me to eat. And he could tell, like he would ask when I was training with him, he would always ask like, how's the nutrition going, whatever. And I would just like make up stories because I didn't want him to get on me for not eating what he had on the meal plan and stuff like that. And I got tired of lying. Like it was just a lot. So that's why I was just ready to just like bail on the whole personal training thing. But I don't know what it was about that text. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna just try one more time, right? So I texted back and told him which days and times worked, and he said okay. And I did it. I changed what I ate. He's vegan and he's been vegan for like 10 plus years, and he was already telling me, he wasn't pushing being vegan on me, but he was saying like you should eat more plant-based meals. You don't have to have meat with every meal. Like just because your body needs a lot of veggies and a lot of fruits and stuff like that. And so he was just explaining like the importance of just making sure you're eating a lot of vegetables. Even if you do eat chicken, like you still need to eat a whole bunch of vegetables. And so, I saw his lifestyle and he's a healthy weight and, he's just very energetic and very good vibes. And I was like, well, maybe I'll try being vegan. So I wasn't even sure I'd be able to do that because I'm already trying to just stop drinking soda. I'm trying to not eat sweets, and then I'm going to try to not eat meat on top of that. Like, it was a lot. But what I did was I just started with breakfast, not eating meat for breakfast. Did that for a few weeks. That was easy, or got easier. So then I was like, for breakfast and lunch, I'm not going to eat meat or dairy. And I just did it like that until month 3, where I was officially vegan. Like, I no longer was eating any animal product. And I was also being very consistent with the workouts. I started losing weight. I lost, like, I would say the first month where I actually did what he said and was eating right and was working out and not making excuses, I lost 15 pounds that first month, which is normal. If you're like really overweight, you probably will lose all the weight the first month, but then it quickly slows down after. And it did for me. But because I had lost 15 pounds in 1 month, I was so motivated and driven at that point that I just stuck with the routine, like eating right, exercising, not giving in to excuses, and I just felt really good. I felt really good and proud of myself that I was able to stick with something for this long. And at that point, it was only like 2 or 3 months, and I was just so proud of myself for that. And by proving to myself that I could stick with something, it just gave me more motivation to just keep going. And I'm telling you guys this because change is so hard. And like I said, when I first started working with him, like the first few weeks, I was literally ready to give the fuck up because it was just too hard. Yes, I wanted to lose weight. Yes, I wanted to look better. Yes, I didn't want to be on any type of medicine for blood pressure or diabetes. Like, yes, I wanted all of those things, and it sounded good in the moment. But when I actually had to do the work that is required to lose weight and to get my blood pressure down and to get my blood sugar down, it was so hard because I was literally trying to change everything about me. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I have been overweight my whole life. I was used to drinking juices and sodas for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I was used to eating whatever I wanted. I was used to snacking on junk food. I never ate fruit unless it was like in an apple pie or like a peach cobbler. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never just had a piece of fruit to eat. Like, that was weird. And I literally had to change everything about me in order to change. Like, it was a lot. On top of that, working out, he had me weightlifting and stuff, and just being sore in areas that I'm not used to being sore in, like for days and days at a time, like not even being able to sit on the toilet comfortably because my glutes and my hamstrings and my quads are so sore. Like, it was the most uncomfortable experience, like getting started. I would say the first month was very uncomfortable. But reflecting back on all of the months that have passed and all of the weight that I have lost and how much shape I've gotten into since that very first month 2.5 years ago, it was definitely worth it. I don't regret a minute of it. I don't regret my decision to finally lock in on myself. I have learned so much about myself. I have changed so much, not even just in my weight loss and fitness, but like the tools and the principles that I learned through that journey. I have literally applied to all aspects of my life and have gotten positive results, from being a content creator to growing my platforms to, you know, being on my spiritual journey, you know, being a full-time entrepreneur. Like, I have literally taken those tools from weight loss and being consistent, being disciplined, just sucking it up and applying it to everything else in my life and getting the results that I've been wanting and dreaming of. So yes, weight loss is so hard. And out of everything that I've done in my life, weight loss was by far the hardest thing I ever did. The hardest thing I ever did. Because you have to make more right decisions than wrong. Every day doesn't have to be perfect. And it's not going to be perfect. But, you know, to have a bad day eating wise and then the next day get back on your shit, that takes a certain level of discipline. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. To create new habits and new routines, being active has become a part of my daily routine. Like, I plan appointments around gym time. Never did that before, right? It's is worth it. I've never met anyone who has lost a whole bunch of weight and said that it wasn't worth it. Because even beyond the physical, just how you feel, how amazing you feel every day, how motivated and inspired you feel every day, how much confidence you have in yourself every day because you lost weight, which is something most people can't do, right? Or not that they can't, but they just won't. So I hope this video resonates with you. I hope that you change your mind. If you were trying to lose weight, but you gave up on it and you want to start back up, we're about to hit 2025. This is the year. This is the time to lock in on yourself and just get it done. I promise you, I swear to you, you will reflect back and realize that it was so worth it. It was so worth it. I promise you that, okay? And if you need more support, more inspiration, more motivation, I have launched my tribe, my Transformation Tribe community. The link is down below. Weight loss information, meal plans, workouts, inspiration and motivation on weight loss and just anything. Like I said, all of the tools that I learned through my weight loss journey, I have applied to all aspects of my life. So if you're looking for a community that supports one another and cheers each other on and keeps you motivated and inspired and teaches you about discipline and being consistent, then this is the community for you, okay? So the link is down below in the description. You can also check out the link in my bio. Click on that, sign up. I will see you there. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and watch this video right here for more information on how I lost over 100 pounds naturally. Bye, you guys.